Well, hello there, my friends, and welcome back to the first Indochina War. I want to thank everybody that's followed this series. Of course, we're going to keep it going, and something that somebody suggested that we're going to start doing on all our videos from now on is putting a link to the playlist. So in the last battle, we actually did really well. It was our best battle yet. Let's just face it. It was our best battle yet. We actually managed to, as you can see here in the north, we broke up some of the enemy lines here. They don't look nearly as strong as they did before. And here in the south, even though they did break through, we managed to split the army up into certain sections. So this might be promising. It might not do absolutely anything, of course, but we're going to try to make the most of it. So I'm going to bring forward some units here. And I'm also going to bring forward the engineers. I'm going to try and attack this unit. And the reason I'm going to send everybody out to hit it is we also have these offshore boats. And I'm thinking if we can go ahead and attack with those offshore boats assisting, we should be able to break through. So we've got a lot of support here, including air support. Although our chances are still very poor, I'm hoping the overwhelming support here is going to assist us in getting a good result. I'll also try to group move these guys and see if they can join the assault. There we go. That's going to work a little better. We've got that beautiful riverboat, and now we're sending in the paratroopers. Although you can see in the upper right corner of our units, we've got a little red or orange square, and that's not a good sign. That basically means that our units are out of fuel, they're tired, that any number of different things. One thing I'm going to do is definitely hit the enemy HQ here with everything I can. We are sending in a pretty heavily armored CFO unit, which is basically like an armored car division. And over here in the north, I think is where we're going to get our best results because we've got a lot of these units trapped. And as we know, once we trap these units, it's really easy to kind of wipe them out without much difficulty. So I'm going to go ahead and attack. I hope that HQ is also in the attack, and it is. Look at that, guys. 2 enemy headquarters divisions. So we want to put a lot of attack into this. 13 plus 5. Probability of success is excellent. The reason I'm sending in more men than I need to is I want to wipe out everything there, guys. So we're actually sending in way more men than we need just because I want to take some prisoners. I want to take out some Viet Minh generals if possible and help our men out. I'm also going to move up on this side and hit the enemy artillery. Might as well wipe that out. Success is very poor even though we're bringing on the paratroopers. Let's see if we can bring in a few more units. That should definitely help. So yeah, we're really starting to fight back here. The Viet Minh started the major attack, something very similar that they did to the Americans during the Tet Offensive. And we're basically, fighting against that, trying to resist it. Let me bring the Foreign Legion over here. Man, they can move so far. We're actually going to target this unit. So bring in, they actually have a guerrilla, well, it's not a guerrilla unit, it's actually a criminal unit. Each of the sides have criminal units working for them. I know that sounds weird. I'll show you guys an example for the French. So if we go down to the south, where we're actually doing quite well, I believe Saigon, we actually have a group of criminals defending the city. These Binh Duyen units are basically Vietnamese mafia, and they don't want the communists to win, because, of course, the communists would crack down on black market activity very, very quickly. Whereas, at least in this government, they could still kind of survive a bit. I'm going to move this vehicle around. This vehicle is basically just a scout car looking for other enemy vehicles in the region. We can head to this swampy area, and I also like to see those French flags pop up. It's always good to see France. Okay. Now, we do want to eventually head to Camo, but I really want to take my time getting there. There's no rush. Right now, the main focus is in the north, as you guys could probably imagine. Speaking of the north, we've got guys going up the coast. Let's see how that's doing. We get to Bintan. Oh, we might have some enemies. Definitely have some enemy artillery firing at us. Now, this unit, the GM-11, might actually be able to break through here. This is an armored car unit, and it looks like we can get some air support for him as well. I definitely want to break through with an armored car against this infantry unit, I'm guessing. Yep, definitely an infantry unit. We don't know what kind, though. And, oh, nice. We're going to start smashing the enemy HQ. Boom! 2-star general, guys. Boom! Boom! And we're getting close to Quang Tri. This is a pretty major city. 8 victory points. Look at that, guys. We have liberated the city of Quang Tri from the Viet Minh. We've also knocked back this HQ more times than I care to count. Man, we definitely took some generals captive there. I'm also going to fight off this group, although I think I want to bring in that extra unit, so let's see if we can get this guy to join as well. No, I don't think so. Still, man, amazing how we managed to push up north there. We've got to keep it up. In fact, I might even send some of our units down to assist here. So I'm going to send these units down to Vinlin, and I'll move with the rest of these units to the north. These guys were actually trying to get up to the battlefield, although time will tell whether or not we can break through. These roads are not the best paved roads in the world. You know, it should take us like 2 turns to get up here. It's going to probably end up taking us 4 or 5, realistically speaking. The one unit I really don't like is this one right here. That one could be a serious problem. For all of our guys that can still advance, go for it. Alright, nice. Get into Din Lap. So we have a nice group of units here. And really, I just want to make sure that nobody's crossing the border of North Vietnam to get in here. We also can go for Cao Bang, but that's a very strong enemy city. So I'm not exactly 100% sure we could take it out. Alright, let's end the turn. Let's hope for the best. This one should go well, but I can't promise anything. Major attacks here, man. I mean, it looks like everything's going well. We won't know until the turn's over, but yeah, this is the way we want things going. Major assault there. Come on, let's make sure we wiped out that army. Surrounding and attacking these armies has been something that's worked in the past, so let's hope it keeps working. Beautiful. You can see the paratroopers moving through there, and we just want to take a look at a few of these battlefields. That one right there, for instance, it was a complete destruction of the enemy army. Look at that. That's a huge enemy army, guys. 41 rifle squads, 25 SMG squads, 13 mortar squads. We killed everything there. Just great. Only losing 2% of our force. Over here, 18%. This was the fighting in the north. We've damaged their army, but they're still fighting back. And you can see here, they've taken out quite a few of our units. They even took out a truck. Well, that's not too surprising. I thought they got a half-track. But still, not bad at all. And of course, let's take a look at that situation where we actually took more casualties. Close to it, anyway. It was a much more even land battle. Basically just a firefight. Yep, definitely a little skirmish there. And no, we lost way more men. I mean, they absolutely took out a bunch of our squads at the expense of only one of theirs. That's not good for us in any way. So now, I want to go ahead and see if we can do any more damage. We've managed to break through again. That's great. And I think we need to just keep on trying to close these units in. There we go. We pushed back their guerrilla units. Bring in a bunch of bomber support. And I know the success there is going to be pretty poor, so I'm going to try to bring reinforcements, although I'm not sure they can actually join this fight. Again, the way this game works, it's in phases instead of really turns. So a lot of the times, you know, you'll finish your turn, but you can't continue moving because the phase, you've already moved enough, basically. You've already used up all your attacks. So I'm going to go ahead and, as you can see, a lot of our guys are crossed out here. No point in attacking. However, here, should definitely try to attack. We've got another unit more or less surrounded. We've got a bunch of armored vehicles, and the armored vehicles have done very well against the enemy, especially since we're in the open terrain here. The Viet Minh don't do so well in open terrain against armored vehicles. They do better in the jungles. So the likelihood of success here is fair. We stand a chance at wiping out another huge group of enemy infantry. I hate that there's not much we can do here. I think we have to attack. I think we have to attack. We're even bringing in the artillery for this. This guy's completely stopped at the moment, and I definitely want to keep hitting the HQ. But it would be preferable if we got those paratrooper divisions to help us do a search and kill operation. We'll just go ahead and attack. Hopefully we can bring in the gunboats. Maybe not, but who knows? We could get a lucky shot on an enemy general. You just never know, really. Yeah, that's going to be it. Let's end our turn. Move that HQ back, boys. I mean, we're at least opening up Ninh Binh. This area was before ours, of course. The enemy took it. So if we can retake Ninh Binh, that's going to be a huge win for us. It's looking nice. It looks like our infantry squads, if you guys take a look at the upper right corner of our infantry, they're doing okay. They're still getting their meals, except for the paratroopers, because they've been fighting continuously. But everything seems to be going okay for them. The issues we're having are with our armor divisions. So I might need to take a look at our HQs and maybe move them a bit closer so that our armor divisions get, well, get the fuel they need to win this battle. All right, guys, the Viet Minh turn. Remember, they're still attacking the city. Let's see if they continue their assault. They're definitely continuing the assault from the west. The west we've largely ignored. Been focusing on the north and the south. Ooh. Oh man, they were chasing us out of that coastal area. I thought we had a definite victory there. Maybe not. And they're actually getting close to Hoa Dong. Nha Trang. They're basically attacking the highway now. So, you know, they tried to attack the city. They're still in the city, but we're managing to fight them off more or less. And we've been pretty lucky this and last turn. But now they're starting to attack our lines across the coastal areas, so we can't move any supplies up here. Really smart enemy, and all we can do is just try and withstand the attacks. You can see our paratroopers held out there. The colonial paratroopers are very hard to fight. Oh, that engineer unit is in trouble. Armored vehicle unit is going to be fine. You can see our guys actually held out. Not here, though. And this represents a very large part of the city, as you can see. Friendly loss, the enemy lost 57% of their men here. So we lost a few guys. Look what they lost. So they're doing those human wave attacks now. They're getting a bit more desperate, and as a result, they're losing a lot more men. Over here, though, for instance, these are the kind of attacks they should be doing, where we actually ended up losing almost everybody here, or at least a large percentage there of the force, and they only lost a few guys. That being said, guys, this is very interesting. So they haven't really made any new gains into the city, per se. They've pretty much stayed away. So let's hope that that continues. Got some reinforcements. Got some news. And you can see the victory point level is 47 of 280. That just goes to show you the massive amount of stuff the enemy still has there. But basically, yeah, they didn't really break through the city. They're still on the outskirts, but their force is not nearly as strong. I think it's highly suggestive that we can crush them in the north, and if need be, move our guys to the south to assist. Now, the only thing that really worries me are, number one, the guys attacking us on the coast here, because they've got a lot of cities here with victory point values, and also the enemies that are breaking through, like this 238th Infantry Regiment, or this guy right here, the Ha Dong Son Te IB. That worries me. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying the series. As always, please make sure to comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I'm also going to start putting the playlist every single time in the description to this video, so if you haven't seen the other episodes, you should definitely check them out. I mean, this series has changed so much since we started it, so make sure to go and look at that. In the meantime, I'm going to do one more attack, because I see a chance here to possibly hit this 304th Infantry Division. See that? And now we've got them surrounded. I had to go for it. Oh, yeah. All units attack, ignore losses. So we're doing a major attack. We're just going to crush that guy. Okay, guys, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and vive la France. One more, I promise. All right, I'm finished. Okay, maybe one more attack. One more attack. It's looking good for us here in the north, boys and girls. I'm not even sure we need air support. We're going to let the air support help out another unit. How about that? We're still going to send in all our colonial units, though. There we go. Probability of success is excellent. No air support whatsoever needed. Take care, my friends.